The only local news teams taking action for you. KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, the Battle Mountain Complex fires in Oregon are nearly halfway contained, with about 1,600 firefighters working on containment lines and taking advantage of the good weather. We'll get you up to speed on that and the retreat fire burning in Yakima County. Plus, drivers in Richland may need to plan ahead. The city's microsurfacing project is now underway, which will last another week. We'll share the streets that will see closures. And in Yakima, Neighborhood Health Services is hosting festivals in their parking lots where residents can learn about their services with food, health screenings, and a chance to meet providers. What more can one ask for when celebrating National Health Center Week? We'll have that story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, it seems like things are a little bit more calmed down, at least in our neck of the woods.
Yes.
But as we look out at the retreat fire, there's probably, there's still obviously still burning, so there's still smoke in the air. But in terms of the haze situation, are we getting any improvements?
Well, we will still see haze and smoke overhead. The retreat fire isn't the only big fire burning, at least in our proximity. There's also the Williams Mine fire burning in Skamania County, right on the border of Yakima County and Skamania County. That is a very large fire that is putting out a lot of smoke as well. So you do have the retreat fire, the Williams Mine fire. Those fires are burning to the western portion of our area, and then you have the Battle Mountain Complex fires burning in the southern portions of our area. And of course, all of these fires are continuing to contribute to haze and smoke concerns. Looking out at Yakima this morning, it was just a few weeks ago we were seeing light at this time, but now it's still pretty dark, 61 degrees at present. Here's a look at your weather headlines for today and moving forward. Those haze and smoke concerns will continue, likely not as dense today as it was at times yesterday, but still, we are still going to see that haze and smoke in the sky. Temperatures are going to be near average for the next several days, slightly above average for the next couple of days before we see below average values as we go later into the weekend and next week. And then there are going to be some thunderstorm chances arriving as we go into the weekend. I'll break down all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Oregon. Crews are still working to contain the Battle Mountain Complex fires, and they're taking advantage of the good weather. As of the latest update, the fires are 48% contained, and a little over 1,600 people are working in shifts around the clock to bring the fires under control. Favorable winds have helped crews out with burnout operations around Ellis Creek. And a burnout operation is when firefighters remove or preemptively burn fuel between the containment line and the fire's edge for better control. In Yakima County, fire crews continue to make progress on the fight with the retreat fire, but the effects of the fire are still being felt. The fire near Rimrock Lake in Yakima County has now burned over 45,000 acres and is now 64% contained. The Highway 12 corridor, which is from the Y with State Route 410 to the White Pass Summit, is still closed for firefighter and public safety reasons. The fire is still active near the highway, with large trees affected by the fire falling unexpectedly. The stretch of Highway 12 will remain closed for several days. Also, an air quality alert has been issued for Yakima County and the Yakima Reservation until further notice. Richland's microsurfacing project to preserve the roads is now underway. Crews began working on Lee Boulevard, Stevens Drive, and Geyer Avenue yesterday in central Richland. During the project, people and vehicles have to stay off these streets until they've been reopened. Work hours are from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The idea is to catch the pavement cycle, has its life cycle, to where after X amount of years we have to demo and repave with new. So in order to, again, stretch the dollars and maximize that life to when that happens, we catch it at a certain point where it's still in good and fair condition and adds about 5 to 7 years of life.
Now, the microsurfacing project will run through the night of August 14th. Lee Boulevard from there to Jadwin, Stevens Drive from Welshon to Lee, and Goethals Drive from Abbott Street to Aaron Drive, along with Williams Boulevard from Stevens Drive to Jadwin, are all scheduled to be completed today. For the map of the next scheduled streets, head over to our website, KEPRTV.com. And this week is National Health Center Week, and Yakima Neighborhood Health Services is celebrating with festivals in their business parking lots. Yesterday, community members were able to learn about neighborhood health services, go through health screenings, play games, and enjoy some food. They were also able to meet some medical providers. Leaders with Yakima Neighborhood Health Services told us they've done this for roughly 20 years, and they plan to bring it back again next year.
The purpose is to get information. It's to have a little fun at no cost, get information about healthy activities that people can participate in and services they may not know about that are right here in our community.
Yakima Neighborhood Health Services will also hold a festival in Sunnyside today at 617 Schoon Road from 1 to 3 p.m. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here because fortunately the temperatures are not as hot as they were just even last week and then last month. So for folks that are going to be heading out to that Health Services Festival in the hottest part of the day, what can they expect?
It is still going to be a very warm day, but temperatures today on par with what we have seen over the last couple of days. And then we're going to continue to see similar temperatures as we go at least through the early stages of the weekend. Here's what you can expect. There is still going to be some haze and smoke overhead. Also, I would anticipate more clouds in the sky, especially for the central and eastern half of the forecast area. For Yakima and Ellensburg, we should still get away with just some of that hazy sunshine. Now moving forward, there is going to be a pretty significant cool down coming our way when highs will return to the 80s. I'll have that coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:06. Coming up on KEPR KIMA this morning, we update some election results. Incumbents in the U.S. House District 8 race, State Senator District 14 race, and Yakima County Commissioner races are all still holding on to their lead, while another race for state representative is pretty close. We'll fill you in on the latest. But later in the show, state news. Boeing's CEO Dave Calhoun is out, leaving the company yesterday. Meanwhile, transportation investigators grilled the company about what led up to the door plug blowout during a flight earlier this year. We do have to take a quick break, though, but don't change the channel. We're just getting started and have started this hour, and have more news and weather in the pipeline. We'll be right back.